You might be sitting there asking yourself, Kasey, why do you look like Cinderella pre-fairy godmother? And that is because we're having a fairy godmother transformation. Oh my god. Hamish is graduating med school, so he has a ball coming up and it's all very fancy and exciting. So I guess it's kind of like a little makeup trial, if you will. I really wanted to film the process because A, I like putting makeup on, I like filming videos, and B, because I thought it might be interesting for you guys to see how I go from like Cinderella pre-fairy godmother to like, damn, Cinderella going to the ball, bitch. To this ball, up in this bitch. Keep watching if you would like to see the ultimate catfish that is Kasey Rayton from YouTube. First things first, glasses. They gotta go. I gotta get the heck out of here. We can't do anything with these grandma goggles on our faces. I'm gonna put my eyes in because my current ones don't do anything for me. I wear Dailies Total One contact lenses if you guys are in the market for contacts. These are my favorite daily contact lenses. So comfortable. They're a little bit more expensive, but I just find that it's so worth it to buy. Yes, my hands are clean, by the way. I mean, I'll like it's my eyes if I get an infection, alright? Just fucking lay off me. I haven't had pink eye yet. Get in my eyeball so I can see. My prescription is minus 2.5, so it's really not that bad. But I still feel like I can't see shit. I hate putting these bitches in. Yeah. Yes, eyes, come through. I can see clearly now, my contacts are in. I can see just how ugly I look to everyone. It always takes a little while for my eyes to adjust to having contacts in, because they're like, whoa, do you just put a silicone layer over top of us? What do you... I'm just gonna remove what I have left on my face from the gym, because I went to the gym this morning. I know, fitness goals. And I always just put like a little bit of tinted moisturizer on. Just makes me feel more human. Look at that. Ew. So clean. I don't think I've ever been this clean in my life. It's just honestly a miracle. I need to do my brows, because these brows... Whoa. I think I'm gonna do my eyes before I do my face, because I'm using some dark colors and I don't want to get it everywhere. This is my Benefit what's this? Why can I never say what these things are? This is the Bravo Conditioning Primer. This is my secret little weapon if you have just really terrible brows like I do. They just grow, like, can you guys see this? I have microbladed brows, but they're really faded right now. But these are my hairs, right? Like, why do they grow just right here? Like, they're testing my patience. So this is amazing just for getting them to stay up. I don't know if it's necessarily meant to help with like the growth and fullness of your brows. I think it's just meant to like prep them. I really love it because it just kind of holds all the hairs in place, and it's just a really good base to have before going in and like putting like color on top. Try to clean away my sins from not washing my brushes. And you guys can see now, it's like, I'll zoom you in. I should have zoomed in before, but I'll zoom you in to do my eyes. But like they stand up a little bit more. The way I've been doing my brows lately is like so easy and so simple. So I'm using the new Hourglass. They just came out with like a whole bunch of brow products. This is the Arch Brow Volumizing Fiber Gel, and I'm using the shade Dark Brunette. This is too dark for my eyebrows to just like get up in that bitch, but it's so good for drawing on little hairs. So all I do is just take an angled brush and I just like run it across the bristles, and then I draw little hairs in. And I just love how like natural this looks. Such a perfect way for me to keep my brows really natural and sparse, and so they don't look like I've got a whole bunch of makeup on them. You guys probably think it looks shit, because everyone's so judgmental with brows. I feel like it just like, it still looks like my brow, but just like a bit fuller. So I love this product because it's so soft, because it is supposed to just be like a brow gel. So I feel like it's just not, like it's not too harsh. Yeah, I don't know. I can't even explain it. It's just really good. And then when I go and do like my foundation and like concealer and everything, I'll go back in and fix them up and just make them like a little bit neater. If you guys watched one of my last videos, it was the one where I followed a makeup artist makeup tutorial. And that one, she didn't do the brows until like the very end. And the whole time I was doing my makeup, I was just like, oh my god, I look so weird. So I just love doing my brows first because I feel like it just, I don't know, balances the face, makes me feel more in proportion and not like the Mona Lisa. Gonna jump in now with some of my Bobbi Brown face base. To be honest, I don't know if this is a moisturizer or a primer. All I know is it smells really good and it's like so hydrating and beautiful on the skin. I just love a really nice hydrated and moisturized base because my skin is just so dry during winter. I'm doing my neck as well because otherwise I'll look like a wrinkly old lady. I don't really get creasing on my face from my makeup ever, but I get it on my neck. You guys see like these two lines just here, like 1 and 2, because I'm always sitting like this on my damn phone, popping a little bit of eye cream on because Lord knows I didn't get any sleep last night. I'm like such a bad sleeper, guys. It's actually atrocious the amount of sleep that I get. I'd say I fall asleep by 10 and I probably wake up around 7 on average. So it's not like a bad sleep. It's just like I have really broken sleep. I just wake up constantly. Yes, the unicorn tape is back. If you're one of my followers from the early days, snap off, you bitch. You would know unicorn tape was my jam. You know, I used to use this tape all the time. Oh, the nostalgia. So to prep my eyes, I'm just going to use the 2 concealers that I am going to use under my eyes and to conceal my face later on. So this is the NARS Natural Radiant Creamy Concealer. Oh, don't lift up, please. And then this one is the Becca Aqua Luminous Concealer. So I'm mixing them because my eyelids seem to be like hella dry lately, so I just want to make sure it's not crazy. The coverage of the NARS concealer is really good, but the like how luminous and dewy the Becca one will kind of stop it from being too dry. Hoping that will be the case anyway. I'm gonna set my eyelids with this Pat McGrath translucent powder. I used this in my first impression video the other day, trying out the new Pat McGrath foundation, and I really liked it. So I'm gonna use it again today and see how it goes, because I've been using it with a few different foundations this week and it's been pretty. We're gonna use the Dream Street Colourpop palette today because I have a look in mind. So my dress, where's my dress? My dress is this kind of color. This isn't the exact dress I'm wearing because I don't want to get it dirty, but it's basically this color, just a teensy little bit darker. So I just kind of want to do something a bit bluey, greeny, turquoisey kind of colored. And if you guys remember last year, I think it was, I followed a Kathleen Lights makeup tutorial and she did a look with like the blues in this palette, and I can't really remember how to do it because I just like followed along to her tutorial, but I remember really liking how it came out and I really loved the colors. And when I picked my dress, the makeup that came to mind was that makeup that I recreated of hers. So this is kind of like another recreation. I haven't watched that video in a super long time because I don't like to rewatch my videos. They make me cringe. They make me want to pull my eyeballs out. So I don't remember how to do the look like at all, but I'm just going to like kind of go off like kind of what I remember of it. First one I'm going to go in is like a mix of these two and just get like a bit of crease up in here. I'm not really intending on this to turn out the exact same. That's not really what I want. I just want that kind of color scheme because I feel like it'll match the dress. And I am winging out this look because I want a little bit more of like a cat eye shape, so that's why we've got the tape down. So I'm going to mix a little bit of the blue and the dark brown in the palette this one and this one. Tiniest bit ever, because I don't know how these are going to mix together. Oh my god, it's actually blending really beautifully so far. And now I'm just going to switch to just using the blue. And so I'm just stamping it in the outer corner, and then I'm going to jump in with my Sigma E25 brush and just lightly blending out the very edges. So now I've got like a little bit of a base happening. I'm going to mix the blue that we were just using, this one, with a little bit of this shimmery one. And I'm just going to go over top of just like where I've placed it before. That shimmery blue helps it blend in so much more. So now I'm just going to go in with that and just kind of build it up. That's pretty much the base done. I think I'm pretty happy with that. I just want it to be really like soft and diffused. I'm going to take a little bit of concealer now, and I'm going to do like the tiniest, softest cut crease. So now we've just got a really pretty gradient happening on the lids. I'm going to go in with this shade right here. It's like a really pretty kind of duochrome. It's almost like kind of taupey and kind of greeny bluey. I can't even explain it, but it's really, really pretty. Literally just pressing this straight over top of the concealer. Pretty sure when I followed the tutorial, I'm pretty sure it was a like a halo eye. From what I can remember, I could be wrong. And I'm gonna mix in a little bit of this shade now, just on top, just to kind of like diffuse the color a little bit. And I'm also just gonna kind of buff this in. All this shadow is doing is just making it like the little bit more gold. So it's not like as blue. I just feel like it looks really cool. And then I have this Urban Decay eyeshadow in the shade Space Cowboy. I really like this. I've used it in, well, I don't know if I've used it in heaps of tutorials. I was gonna say I've used it heaps. I've used it heaps off camera. It's just like one of my go-to eyeshadows, and I used it the other day. Can't remember if I filmed it or not. Feel like I might have, but I don't remember. But it's so, so pretty and like reflective and shimmery. It's just like really, it's like really sparkly and reflective. It's like a very sheer kind of eyeshadow, but in person it just adds like more texture and glitter. So I'm going to leave the eyes there for now and take off the tape, and I'm going to pop on some lashes, and then I shall come back. My face is so hot and red. I don't know what's going on right now. I'm like super flushed. Should I be alarmed? I'm like having anaphylactic shock. So I put on some lashes off camera. These are the Lottie number 19 Luxe Silk Huda Beauty lashes. These were annoying to put on, I'm not gonna lie. They feel really nice and they're really pretty and fluttery, but I accidentally got lash glue stuck in the tips of this one. So it's not like pretty and fluttery now. I feel like this eye is bigger than this one. And they're so long, like I'm gonna touch my eyebrows with them. Alright, I'm gonna move on and do my face, but I'm gonna put my dress on. I feel like the eyes actually match. I feel like they match the color pretty well. I'm gonna bronze up my skin a little bit because obviously when I go to the ball I'm gonna be more tan than this, because my tan is like, it's pretty much gone. So this is the Bondi Sands Matte One Day Tan, and it's basically just a wash off tan. So I really like this. A little trick I like to do is mix in a bit of moisturizer. It always freaks me out when I do this at first because I'm like, holy shit, this is not going to blend in. But it actually blends really, really well. And I like to put the moisturizer in it just to make it a little bit less matte. I'm going to use a really big fluffy brush for this. And then of course my hands. This stuff's so good. Like if you guys are actually going to an event and you don't like have time to fake tan beforehand, or you don't want an actual fake tan, you just want it for the evening and then for it to come straight off. This is so perfect for stuff like that. I just love a fresh tan. I feel like it just makes you look skinnier as well. Like you just look more toned. Yes! So toned. So the actual foundation I want to use on the evening is the Pat McGrath foundation because it has no flashback. But I don't know if it's gonna be too dark. Oh! It might be okay. So I ended up mixing in a tiny little touch of my NARS Sheer Glow in the shade Punjab. So the Pat McGrath foundation is number 17. So there's a really big shade jump between them. But I feel like mixed together, it's a really good color for this tan. I really want to see how these like go together as a mix. And like whether there's flashback, whether they're like really pretty and dewy together, or like just like see if the formulas work well, because I love mixing foundations, and if I could mix these on the evening, that would be awesome. Those two foundations actually look really pretty together. Like they look so much like skin. Yeah, damn. I really hope this works out because they look super pretty. So I'm gonna go in with the two concealers I used earlier. First the NARS one, and then the Becca one. Oh my god, doing concealer is really hard when you already have your eyes done. Those two concealers are such a nice mix together. Oh. Ooh, love it. I'm gonna go in with that Pat McGrath the powder. Can't say anything ever. So I'm just setting the areas of my face that I don't want moving around, and just like the areas that like I don't want to be oily. So it's typically like around my mouth, my chin, and just like lightly through my T-zone. This is a Smashbox foundation stick, and it's got a contour on one end. This is the shade 1.1, and I just really like this for cream contouring. And I've just kind of done it around my jaw as well, because I want to like snatch the ball. Operation Snatched. I'm just going to take a little bit right on my brush, and then when I blend it out, it'll just make it like a little bit easier. And I'll actually go right down here so I look really skinny. And then once I've blended everything in, I'm just going to go straight over top of those areas with my sponge. So I want to look chiseled, but I don't want to look like I have lines. I don't think I'm going to use this stick on the day because it's, I don't know, I feel like it pulls off a little bit too much. I'm going to jump in now with this Becca bronzer. I bought this recently from Sephora. This is the Sunlit bronzer. I don't know why I bought it. It was a really spur of the moment decision. I was buying the Skin Love foundation, which I'm going to do a review for you guys very soon. But yeah, I've just been like really obsessed with Becca products, and I saw this on the website, and it's when they had like their 15% off sale or something. So I was like, why the heck and Bob not? When like the color came in the mail, I was like, oh, I don't know if it's like the best color, because it's like, you know what I mean? Like it's just not my usual bronzer kind of shade. The more I use it, the more I actually really like it. Like it's really pretty on the skin. I feel like the base is actually looking pretty good so far. I think it's just a couple things that I would change. Like the primer, I think I would use something more hydrating, and the foundation, like the contour stick, I think I would switch those two out, but everything else is working really, really nice so far. This is the Milani Luminoso. You guys know I love this blush. It's been such a hot minute since I used this. I used to use it all the time. And yeah, I don't know why I haven't. So it's like super pigmented, and it's also very pink. It's kind of like MAC Warm Soul, but like more pink. Has like a beautiful sheen to it. And I just think it's just like the perfect blush color. I always like to put my blush on my nose as well. And then just like a little bit around the rest of my face, like my forehead and my chin. Because I feel like it just brings like more of that skin-like texture and color back to you. Now moving on to highlight, I want to use my Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Light wand. This is a cream highlight, but I didn't really set this area of my face, so hopefully it'll be fine. I do this a lot, like I use like creams over powders, just like really lightly, and I feel like it works out fine. The only thing is you just have to blend it pretty quickly because it kind of like stays in the spot where you place it. And it's like such a beautiful glow, like it just looks like sweaty skin. I mean, can you guys see that glow? Oh, it's just like delectable. I'm gonna go in, is that everything you want to use my face? Yeah, I'm gonna go in with my CRT Dewy Spritz mist and just shake this up. This has like a really small amount of like glittery, sheeny sort of particles in there. I love this fan so much. It's changed my life. So that's the skin pretty much done. Like I said, I'm really happy with everything. I'm just gonna change the primer and the contour, but everything else looks really, really pretty and nice. I'm gonna zoom you guys back in. I'm gonna do the lower lash line. I'm really not gonna do too much to it because I kind of prefer like the squinty kind of look without too much on the lower lash line. So I'm jumping back in with the Dream Street palette and I'm gonna take this shade and we're gonna run this right along the lower lash line. Oh my god, my phone's ringing. I didn't even notice that whole time.
Hey Bob.
Hey Bubba, how'd you go? So I'm just gonna mix these two shades and pop them on the inner corner of the eye. I'm gonna go in with the Bare Minerals Lashtopia mascara. I've really been liking this for my bottom lashes lately. And like, I've been using it on my top lashes too. Like I'll do a waterproof layer and then I'll go in with this. And I just feel like it's so nice. So I just put my, I just got mascara on myself. I'm trying not to look down. Where the fuck is that thing? My lashes are so long on the bottom that I can't look down after I put mascara on, otherwise they touch my face. So I always have to get a spoolie and like brush off the tips. So that's how everything's looking. I'm gonna go in with some lip scrub real quick. This one's so good. I don't know if I can tell you guys what it is just yet because I don't think it's launched yet, but it's from a skincare brand that I really, really love. A really nice lip scrub. I'm gonna line my lips with my MAC Strip Down Liner. I'm so obsessed with this recently. Lips. So I've just done a little bit of like ombre, like outer corners, just to blend a bit more. And then I'm gonna go in with this lip gloss. And I'm just gonna blot that a little bit. I don't really like wearing like a lipstick when I go to like a function or an event or anything like that. I prefer to just have like a really nice, like just like my regular lip color, but just like a little bit prettier. Lips you can easily touch up if it's just like your lip color. My hair's like a few days old at the moment. I like to style like second day hair. I feel like that's when it like behaves the best. So I'm just putting some dry shampoo in my hair. This one's from Player. It's called the Pure Dry Shampoo. It's not the best one, but like I like it because it doesn't leave heaps of residue in my hair. I feel like it gets rid of a lot of the oil, but without making your hair look too powdery. Basically, all I do when curling my hair is I just curl away from my face and I just try and do it in layers. And I just try and take sections that aren't too thick. So as long as I wrap the hair away from my face, I feel like it just looks more flattering. And then when I take the curls out, I just try and catch them for a couple seconds. Finally got all of my hair curled. All I'm gonna do now is just brush it out. I always brush out my curls because they look like 1,000 times better when they're brushed out. If I was gonna wear them out, I would just tuck this side behind my ear. But I'm gonna actually do like a ponytail. So this is all I did the other day. The hair on my face. My hair was like a little bit flatter because I hadn't just freshly curled it. So it's gonna look a little bit different, but I just took one of these little hair ties. They're just the ones that don't leave a kink in your hair. And I kind of just took like a half up, half down kind of sections. So I left out this side bit when I did it, and I just like loosely pulled these pieces back. And I kind of just left like a really small section of hair down, so it's, I don't know if you guys can see, but it's just not very wide. And then that way it still looks like a ponytail, but you still get the length that you would if you were wearing it out. Just tightened it and kind of played with it, and I really like how it like kind of sits. loosen things up where they're a little bit too tight. The good thing about this hairstyle too is that it just looks better as time goes on because your hair kind of drops, so it's like not as curly anymore. I have these earrings from the Jewelry Society. You guys always ask where I get my earrings from, and this is actually my friend Ruby Galani's brand, which is very exciting. And she gave me a discount code for you guys too. So the code is just, wait, what's my code? I think it's just Kasey10. Pretty sure it's Kasey10, and that gets you guys 10% off any jewelry that you want to pick up. So I will leave that below, and I'll link to these earrings because I can't remember what they're called. Every time I wear them, you guys ask what they are. So they're kind of like little pearls or opals. I'm not too sure. There's like a regular clear stone on the bottom, and then these top ones are kind of like opaly. They're kind of like just that opaly pearly sort of color. So I feel like they go with like this color of dress really, really well. Like I said, my dress isn't this exact style. If I was wearing this style, I would probably put a necklace on, but my dress is like a halter neck type of thing. I guess this is the finished look, you guys. That took me like 10 hours. Oh my god. It's 3:22. I started filming this at like 11:40. I feel like it took me 3 hours to film this, 3 or 4 hours. That's usually how long it takes me to film a video. But if I was doing this in real life, I would say I would allow for 2 hours to get all of this done. 2-hour transformation. This was my Cinderella glow up. Hopefully you guys like this video. I'm pretty happy with how it came out. But like I said, there are a few things that I definitely want to change. So maybe I'll do another one of these videos if you guys really liked it. But definitely let me know in the comments down below. I just thought it would be really fun to film like this transformation. And I thought like if any of you have formals coming up, like proms, balls, I don't even know, what do the kids call them these days? Anything like that, I thought this video might be helpful. Subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on the notification button. It's just a little bell down below, and that way you guys won't miss any of my uploads. And I will see you guys in my next video. Coverage of the NARS one is really why can't I talk? Coverage of the NARS one is really good, but the what the fuck? Why is someone using a leaf blower? Why are you using a leaf blower? Excuse me. Always, anytime I film, someone's on the leaf blower.